Thanks to the folks who led the way. Thanks to the folks, let us thank them every day.
Howdy, this is the Fresh Toones Show. My name is Dave Paltz. Today is one of my inspirational live shows. And I've done about 32 of these shows. And I realized the other day that I hadn't ever done a show for Rosa Parks, who, as an adolescent, I became familiar with what happened in Montgomery. And then later on, as a young adult, I learned more about her. And I admired what she was able to do. So important to the whole civil rights movement. I'm going to share some of her story today, and I think I'll get started with sharing one of her quotes. There's plenty of things that she said that we're kind of familiar with, or most of us are. This one I had never seen in a list of quotes, but when I saw it, it made me laugh a little as a quote of hers to share in a list of quotes. And it's just one word. It's got 3 letters to it, N-A-H. And it was her response when she was asked to give up her seat to a white man. So to start my list of quotes from Rosa Parks, I'm just going to start with this one, and it's, nah. In light of that quote, I'm going to share a song called If There's a Will, There's a Way, which she certainly believed in.
America can't breathe if we refuse to see the things we need to change today. We've worked through harder things, some say this one's too big. There's a will, there is a way. So lift up your eyes now, stand up and say, well, she's not perfect and neither am I. We've got to work together if we want to survive. We've got to use our heads and figure it out and be brave enough to look at ourselves. 'Cause America can't breathe if we refuse to see the things we need to change today. We've worked through harder things, some say this one's too big. But there's a will, there is a way. We've got to lift up our eyes now, stand up and say, well, she's not perfect and neither am I. We've got to work together if we want to survive. We've got to use our heads and figure it out. Be brave enough to look at ourselves. America can't breathe if we refuse to see the things we need to change today. We've worked through harder things, some say this one's too big. But if there's a will, there is a way. If there's a will, there is a way. There's a will, there is a way. If there's a will, there is a way. If there's a will, there is a way. If there's a will, there is a way.
Well, I can certainly appreciate the will that Rosa Parks had when she had to say, nah, I'm not giving up my seat. Arrest me. I'm so glad that I realized that I hadn't done an inspirational live show on Rosa Parks about a couple weeks ago because I saw one of my posts from a year ago that was on February 4th for Rosa Parks' birthday. I said, wow, her birthday's coming up again. I wonder what day that falls on. Well, it falls on Friday, and that's what I'm doing this show, so I guess it was meant to be. Do. Anyways, I'm glad I realized today was Rosa Parks' birthday. To be able to do this show on Rochester Free Radio for her. Certainly I can see how Rosa Parks is recognized as the first lady of the civil rights movement because her spark started that Montgomery bus boycott, which was a big step in the civil rights movement. I'd like to share this next quote of hers, and it's, "Stand for something or you will fall for anything. Today's mighty oak is yesterday's nut that held its ground." Which leads me into this next civil rights movement song, "Ain't Gonna Let Nobody Turn Me Around." Well, Rosa, throughout her life, stayed actively involved with protest against segregation laws. She espoused the view that there's only one race, and I'm going to lead into the next song that this quote might very well have inspired. 50 years later, I don't know if I heard it as a young adult or not, but my song's called Humanhood, and it promotes the idea that brotherhood's good and sisterhood's good, but the best one of all is humanhood. Brotherhood, sisterhood, best of all is humanhood. Broken music we must make whole, groom out the goods that we've been sold. Hand out the notes we know ring true, give hope to those consumed in gloom. Brotherhood, sisterhood, best of all is humanhood. Dare we to broach the battle line, the specter of the great divide.
divide, forces that disunify those that we must defy. Brotherhood, sisterhood, best of all is humanhood. With fortitude, we'll stand steadfast to build the world we hope to cast. We'll raise the mast of fellowship and sail with love until we rest. Brotherhood, sisterhood, best of all is humanhood. Best of all, best of all, best of all is humanhood.
Well, today is Rosa Parks' birthday. She was born on February 4th, 1913 in Tuskegee, Alabama. So she certainly had an experience with segregation and Jim Crow laws, and she decided she just wasn't going to put up with it anymore. This is a quote of hers that a lot of folks are familiar with. People always say that I didn't give up my seat because I was tired, but that isn't true. I was not tired physically. No, the only tired I was tired of giving in. This song is called It's Been a Long, Hard Day.
It's been a long, hard day. It's been a long, hard day. The light awoke me just like any other day. I had no thoughts of what might come my way. I just awakened to another day. I know the sun doesn't always shine. The sun might not always be mine, but I have a few words to say. It's been a long, hard day. Picked up the sword to defend myself, butchered my soul, now I fight to find the light in the days that fill our nights. Been walking through the burning cold with bare feet, and don't you know that ice can burn just like the sun? The warmth you want is called your love. It's been a long, hard day. It's been a long, hard day. It's been a long, hard day.
Rosa growing up in the South was not an easy chore, but her efforts to change that ended up with her receiving the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And she certainly deserved the recognition. This next quote by her kind of exemplifies that. To bring about change, you must not be afraid to take the first step. We will fail when we fail to try. She spoke often of needing to have a vision to believe that something can happen, and then by putting the efforts behind those ideas, you can make them happen. I think this next fresh tune kind of plays right into what she was speaking about. It's called One of These Days. One of these days, we're gonna find a better way. One of these days, we're gonna sit right up and say, we're gonna find it in our hearts to let our love do its part. One of these days, we're gonna find a better way. One of these days, justice will prevail, when we can march for rights without the threat of jail, when we can sing it from our hearts and know it's just the start. One of these days, justice will prevail. One of these days, there's gonna be a fair wage. If we work hard, we should get a decent pay. They say what we're not worth, but we work hard for what we earn. One of these days, we're gonna get a fair wage. One of these days, we're gonna see the sun come out. Realize the fruits that so long we did without. We're gonna fill those baskets full and share them, yes we will. One of these days, we're gonna see the sun come out. One of these days, we're gonna find a better way. One of these days, we're gonna sit right up and say, we're gonna find it in our hearts to let our love do its part. One of these days, we're gonna find a better way. One of these days, we're gonna find a better way. One of these days, one of these days, one of these days, we're gonna find a better way. This is the Fresh Toones Show, and today is one of my inspirational live shows, and it's dedicated to Rosa Parks. As I've been sharing some of the story of her life, I've also been sharing some of her quotes. This is one of them. To this day, I believe we are here on planet Earth to live, grow, and do what we can to make this world a better place for all people to enjoy freedom. And this is a fresh tune called Plant Those Seeds with Love. Plant those seeds with love. Plant those seeds with love. It's a long, long road to freedom. It's a long, long road to hope. But we'll work those fields to make sure that justice grows. We're gonna plant those seeds of love, and that warmth will help them grow. They said it would never happen, no matter how hard you try. But history tells us different, and if it's right, then right will triumph. We're gonna plant those
that warmth will help them grow. It's been a long, long haul, and the struggle still goes on. And there's those who will never forget, and their love still keeps us strong. We're gonna plant those seeds with love, and that warmth will help them grow. It's a long, long road to freedom. It's a long, long road to hope. But we'll work those fields to make sure that justice grows. We're gonna plant those seeds of love, and that warmth will help them grow. Plant those seeds with love. We're gonna plant those seeds with love. We're gonna plant those seeds with love. We're gonna plant those seeds with love.
Rosa Parks was a human rights activist throughout her life, and she had this to say about vision. Without vision, people perish, and without courage and inspiration, dreams die. This song is called Stand Up and Be Your Love.
There's just no way, so they say. Just close your eyes and close your mind. Say that's okay. Well, it's not. It's not okay. It may take some work. It may take some ways to bring about some changes, to gain a little justice, try and make things fair in this world. It's only fair to have equal justice, and to be sure that the children are fed. It's only right to raise our voices. What's killing us are the things left unsaid. Stand up, speak up, rise up and be your love. To bring about some changes, to gain a little justice, to try and make things fair in this world. It's only fair to have equal justice, and to be sure that the children are fed. It's only right to raise our voices. What's killing us are the things left unsaid. Oh, stand up. Oh, speak up. Rise up. Be your love. And be your love.
Well, to wrap up today's show, dedicated to Rosa Parks, I'd like to end with something she had to say about how she'd like to be remembered. Quote, "I would like to be known as a person who is concerned about freedom and equality and justice and prosperity for all people." This is one of my recent songful poems called One Justice.
Where's the sun when we need her? When ravens rain, hope seems defeated. Her golden nimbus looks sadly rusted. We seek some solace, we seek one justice, a simple plea. That's what we need. We crossed one river and rang the bell, but there's 9 rivers in a loveless hell. We need to fight our way upstream to flip the nightmares into dreams. One justice, a simple plea. That's what we need. It's love we seek in her warm embrace. The sun hides not her lavish grace. If the sun we cannot see, look in your heart for love, and there she'll be. One justice, a simple plea. That's what we need. One justice, a simple plea. That's what we need.
And that's it for the Fresh Toones Show this week. Hope everybody has a great week. Be creative. Fight the good fight. So long now. Bye.
Thanks to the folks who led the way. Thanks to the folks, let us thank them every day.